Jungkook finally revealed how he truly felt when he returned to the stage with BTS. Amidst the cheers of tens of thousands of ARMY, there was one moment that made him feel like he'd entered another world. What happened that night? And why did Jungkook's confession move millions of fans? Watch until the end, because this story will make you see BTS from a different side. What did Jungkook really feel when he finally stood on stage with BTS again? In front of tens of thousands of ARMYs who filled the stadium, with a sea of purple lightsticks stretching as far as the eye could see, Jungkook turned out to have feelings that had not been widely known to the public. And when he finally revealed it, millions of fans around the world were immediately touched. Because this story is not just about the concert, not just about music, but about the long journey of a young man named Jungkook, who grew up with BTS to become one of the biggest stars in the world. Hello, ARMYs around the world. Welcome back to this channel. Before we start, make sure you have pressed the like button, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest BTS news every day. And now, let's get into the story that made many ARMYs admit to shedding tears. When Big Hit Music announced the ARIRANG World Tour 2026, social media immediately exploded. The hashtag BTS dominated global trending topics. ARMYs from South Korea, the United States, Japan, Indonesia, Brazil, Mexico, the United Kingdom, and even the Middle East were talking about one thing. BTS finally back. For some, this might just be a concert tour. But for ARMY, this is much bigger than that. This is a moment that has been awaited for years. The moment when 7 members stand together again as one team. Jimin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. 7 names that have changed the world music industry. 7 people who have inspired millions of lives. 7 friends who are reunited on stage. It is no surprise that the concert tickets were sold out in a very short time. Even many ARMYs are willing to stay up all night just to get one ticket. Some flew across the country. Some saved for months. And some even consider this concert as their biggest dream. Because they know, moments like this do not happen every day. Before becoming a world superstar, Jungkook was just a boy from Busan. He had big dreams. But at the same time, he also had many fears. When he was a teenager, Jungkook left his hometown to pursue his dream of becoming a singer. The decision was not easy. Imagine being a teenager who had to live far from his family, practicing for hours every day, days, facing tough competition, and having no guarantee that all that hard work would pay off. But Jungkook persevered. He kept practicing. He kept growing. He kept believing, and finally debuted with BTS in 2013. At that time, no one expected that the small group would become a global phenomenon. They didn't come from the biggest agency. They didn't have as many resources as other groups. But they had something very strong. They had a dream, and they had each other. When the ARIRANG World Tour officially opened in South Korea, Jungkook said that he wasn't too nervous. The reason was simple, because he and the members had worked very hard to prepare for the concert. They practiced endlessly. They checked every detail. They made sure everything was perfect. But no amount of practice could prepare someone for the emotions that arise when tens of thousands of fans shout their names at the same time. When the stadium lights turn on. When the music starts playing. When ARMY's cheers shake the arena. Jungkook felt something he will never forget. He said that he felt like he had entered another world. A world that can only be understood by those who have experienced the extraordinary connection between artists and fans. In an instant, all the memories came back. Trainee days, debut day, first concert, first cry, first victory, and all the struggles they have been through together. One of Jungkook's most touching confessions was when he said that he felt most alive when he was on stage. This statement made many people think. Why? Because most people think of the stage as work. But for Jungkook, the stage is home. He said that when his throat starts to hurt from singing, when his body is covered in sweat, when his breath starts to get heavy because of the intense choreography, that's when he feels the happiest, most free, and most himself. These words show how deep his love for music is. For Jungkook, music is not just a profession. Music is a part of his life. Music is the language he uses to communicate with the world. And the stage is where all those feelings meet. For more than a decade, the relationship between BTS and ARMY has always felt different. Not just a relationship between artists and fans, but a relationship that grows together. When BTS experiences a time it's hard, ARMY was there. When BTS won a big award, ARMY was there. When BTS broke a world record, ARMY was there too. And when BTS returned to the stage through the ARIRANG Tour, ARMY was once again present. That's why this moment felt so emotional. Because BTS and ARMY have been through so much together. They grew up together. They dreamed together. And they continue to walk together. After the hugely successful opening concert, BTS continued their journey to various countries. One of the most historic stops was Mexico City. For 3 consecutive nights, the stadium was filled with a sea of ARMY. Around 150,000 fans came to see BTS live. The sight surprised many people. Even after so many years of their career, BTS's popularity is still at an incredible level. Every song is sung together. Every moment is greeted with cheers. And every member receives so much love. This proves that BTS is not just a music group. They are a global cultural phenomenon. The ARIRANG Tour journey is not over yet. There is still Stanford. There is still Las Vegas. And the most awaited one, Busan, the hometown of Jungkook and Jimin. The concert in Busan has a very special meaning because it coincides with BTS's 13th debut anniversary. 13 years of journey. 13 years of struggle. 13 years of dreams that turned into reality. For Jungkook, the concert will likely be one of the most emotional moments in his life because he will return to the city where it all began. But this time, not as a teenager with big dreams, but as a world superstar who has inspired millions of people. When Jungkook said that he felt like he entered another world when he returned to the stage, maybe many people did not immediately understand what he meant. But for ARMY, that feeling is very easy to understand because BTS is not just about music. BTS is about memories, about hope, about struggle, about love, and about a journey that still continues. What do you think, ARMY? Are you also touched by Jungkook's confession? Do you want to watch ARIRANG World Tour live? Write your answer in the comments column. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with ARMY around the world because BTS's story is always worth telling. See you in the next video. Borahae, Purple Heart.